Hello, good morning. Here we are again. Today the lesson aim is going to be how to solve very simple equations. These type of equations are going to be the last step when you do more complicated equations. So finally you are going to get something like this. With something multiplied dx equals to a number. So this is a very simple equation and we are going to solve it. Sometimes it is immediately, because I am sure that you know how to solve this equation immediately, but we have to learn a process. Okay, remember that 3x means 3 times x. So it is the same that if you want to know what is the number that multiplying 3 gives 21. Right. The trick or the rule we are going to use is to change this equation by another equation that is equivalent to this, that has the same solution. And remember that to do that, you can add or subtract the same numbers to both members of the equation, or you can also multiply or divide both members of the equation by the same number. So if you want to get the x alone, the number you have to use to divide it is number 3. We divide by number 3. Look what happens because we use number 3 because this is the coefficient of the x. So what happens if we divide this by number 3? And of course you have to divide this by number 3 again, because you have to use the same number and divide both members of the equation by the same number. When you do that, you get something like this. 3x divided by 3 equals 21 divided by 3. And now you can operate. How much is 3x divided by 3? Okay, you know that you divide the coefficients and the literal part. The literal part here is nothing, so it is x. So the solution of this is x. And what is the solution of this part? 21 divided by 3. 7. So 7 is the solution of this equation. What is the solution of an equation? Remember, the solution of an equation is the value of the variable that makes the equality true. So if you come here and multiply 7 by 3, you get 21, which is equal to 21. So it is correct because 7 is the value of the variable that makes this equality true. 21 equals 21. Let's see another example. This one, for example. Now, what is the number you have to use to divide by to get the variable alone? It is 2, right? Because when you divide this by 2, you get 2x divided by 2, you get x, right? And then you have to divide this by 2. You have equivalent equations. 2x divided by 2 and negative 80 divided by 2. 2x divided by 2 equals x. That is the purpose, right? And 80 divided by 2 is negative 80 divided by 2 is negative 40. That is very good, very easy. So now the only thing is to check that this is the real solution of the equation. So you go to the equation and multiply 2 times minus 40 and get that this is minus 80, which is equal to minus 80. So this makes the equality true. So it's the solution of the equation. So you can say that x equals minus 40, you say that x equals 7 here are the solutions of their equation. Okay, let's go to another one. Here, what is the solution of this equation? What do we have to divide what is the number you have to use to divide so that we get the x alone? You have to divide both members of the equation by the same number so that you get x alone. You are right. It is minus 7, because when you divide minus 7x by minus 7, you get 7. Sorry, you get x. And the same if you divide minus 8 by minus 7, which is this, okay? You get, what do you get? Minus 7x divided by minus 7 equals, sorry, here it should, I forgot to, that there is a negative, right? Yes. So minus 7x divided by minus 7 equals x equals to minus 28 divided by minus 7, again positive, 4. Remember that negative divided by negative is positive. Negative divided by negative is positive. Then the solution of this equation is x equals 4. Is that true? I have to check it. Let's try and check if this is the right solution of the equation. So minus 7 times x equals 4, times 4 equals negative 28. So it makes the equality true. Let's go to the last equation. Here you have another equation. What is the number that you have to use to divide this member of the equation so that you get the x alone? By minus 5. You're right. We have to divide by minus 5. So you divide both members of the equation by minus 5. Why both members? Because we want to have equivalent equations. Now, when you do that, you get something like this. Minus 5x divided by 5 minus 5x divided by minus 5 equals 11 divided by minus 5. What is this? This is x, again, because that was our objective, to get the x alone. And now you get x equals what? A fraction. Is it possible that the solution of an equation is a fraction? Of course. A fraction is a number, and in this case it's a negative fraction. So the solution of this is x equals minus 11 fifths. If we check it, when you multiply minus 5 times minus 11 fifths, you get 11. You can do it, okay? Minus 5 times minus 11 fifths, because minus 11 fifths is x. So this is equal to, when you multiply, you know that you multiply this by this, you get negative times negative positive, 55 over 5, which is 11, right? So this is the solution of the equation because it makes the equality true. Summarizing, what we have done in all this equation is to isolate the variable, to get the variable alone by dividing by one number that normally is the coefficient of the variable. And you have to divide both members and then get the solution. So as I told you, isolate the variable is to leave the variable x alone. Yes, why did I say x? because you can use different variables, not only x. Okay? In this case, we use x. So I think you are ready to solve now very simple equations. See you in next videos where you are going to learn more complicated and more sophisticated equations. Thank you.